7,777. That is how many subscribers my YouTube channel, Louis7, has. To me, this is an amazing accomplishment, and I of course owe it all to you all, the viewers, and well, especially the subscribers. Throughout the years, my channel has gone through a lot of different video content, but even before then, when I first started uploading videos to YouTube, it was actually on a different channel. But with that channel, I had so much variety there that I decided to actually make a new channel, and that is the one you're seeing me on today. So with this new channel, the content I focused on was video games. At the time, I was mostly playing Lotro, and as far as MMOs go, that was my game of choice. So the channel focused on the Lord of the Rings Online, right from the start. The videos I made were just like recordings of gameplay moments in the game. These didn't really have commentary or anything additional. It was just basically a complete hobby for me to capture fun game moments. One thing I noticed early on with these videos that they could be quite popular and people were actually enjoying them. And that is essentially the story of how my annual gameplays got started, which to this day, those videos are actually still some of my most popular. So in the early days of my channel, say like the first 2 to 3 years or so, that's basically what it was. It was just, again, a hobby and a way to document my experience playing games. This did expand eventually to other games like World of Warcraft when I returned in Mists of Pandaria, that expansion, and it did also include like Rift and Guild Wars 2 just for other MMOs. I did even upload videos of other games outside of the MMO genre. I had Minecraft, for example, with like a few minecart rail-oriented builds. Those were quite fun. And even in Hearthstone, I had some budget slash free-to-play style decks that I would highlight, like homebrew type ones. So while I will say Lotro was, and still is, my main game on the channel, there was quite a bit of variety ever since the start of it. Eventually, I had a lot of people push me towards making commentaries, but for me that was honestly a really terrifying task because I am a quiet person in general, actually. And in my first few commentaries, you could barely hear me over like my laptop fan, and I was even using the integrated microphone. But I will say, after the nerves of the first few commentaries were gone, I did move on to doing like regular Let's Play content. I even made some video guides. So for the first couple years, I didn't really do commentaries too frequently though, but as my channel and I grew as a content creator and commentator, I became more comfortable with them and started to make like regular video guides and Let's Play videos. Also at the time, I got more into live streaming after I actually tried Twitch and I disliked it both from the viewer and streamer perspective. I decided to just stream right on YouTube where my primary audience was at the time and again still is. So for a time reference, this was actually around update 20 in the Waste Zone in Lotro when that originally launched. I would say this was the first wave of my channel actually really taking off with growth. Moving forward, my channel became, and my content on my channel rather, became a lot more consistent towards the first half of 2019. And actually 2019, that year was a significant year for the growth of my channel, and a few of my more popular videos were actually uploaded in that year. And while I will say the quality wasn't as good as it is today, mainly because I feel like I'm always growing as a content creator, I'm trying to continue to improve my setup like what you see behind me, and I'm also continually upgrading my equipment to get better equipment. So all that sort of stuff was going on, but the point here is that even with the lower quality, I was trying new stuff at that time with new videos, like news videos actually, topical commentaries, and just more things. But the point is, the result was my channel was really booming during 2019. Now, mid-2019 to 2020 was a real test for my channel because I wasn't really able to make videos during that time. As some of you know, I am a graduate student, and while it may not have been the best time to start that last year, before that I will point out that I was of course an undergrad, and from 2019 to 2020 actually moved into an environment where making videos just wasn't really feasible, is what happened. So I had to put the channel on hold until I could properly record again. And that time came around 1 year ago, actually, in August 2020, and with this third wave, my channel has essentially exploded relative to all those previous years of content creation. In the past year, I have put a lot more focus and time into improving my content kind of from the ground up. And as far as success on YouTube goes, especially however you measure that for a small channel like mine, I can very easily say that time and energy spent on improving the content has paid off significantly. And it has even helped me get to where I am today. And where I am today would be impossible without you all. Ever since the beginning of my channel, I actually have been given just immense support from my community, and especially with the wonderful Lotro community, they have made a strong showing throughout all that. And even during the early years, I had huge support to do commentaries, and I will say honestly, in the early days my commentaries were quite bad, but again, I had a lot of support from the viewers wanting me to keep at it. And there were also times when I wasn't really playing Lotro, of course, that being my main game, keep saying that. I actually still had a lot of support to continue with videos with whatever games I happened to be playing at the time, and I also had a lot of support, of course, to return to Lotro. So I also will say with my early guides and Let's Play videos, the story is basically the same throughout these times of growth. I just have had huge amount of support behind the videos from you all. This support has not only continued since then, but has actually grown and continued to grow over the past few years. I get more and more comments from people enjoying my videos, and during downtime such as the large 2019 to 2020 break, I've had tons of people asking about me when I will return to make videos and all that type of stuff. So basically the amount of support I've been given throughout the entire time of my channel, from all the way at the beginning 0 subscribers to where we are now 7,777, or actually above that today, it just has been insane with the support. And however long we are into this video, I actually do want to thank you all for all the support throughout the years. Behind every subscriber is a person, and I appreciate everybody who has supported me. This is especially true for subscribers who have stuck around through my journey on YouTube for a long time, but again, it is no less important and no less significant if you have joined more recently. And I just again thank you all for your support. And even on a personal level, I actually really appreciate it, because I would not be where I am today without you all. Due largely to your all support, I have not only grown as a content creator, but as a person throughout these years. And actually the biggest way is in my confidence, basically, especially confidence in broadcasting my voice, making video content like what you're seeing now, and live streaming. And one of the reasons I was actually hesitant to make commentaries in the early days of my channel is, other than just being relatively young and that making it scary, I just wasn't too confident in basically broadcasting my voice and just talking over gameplay. And without support from viewers and subscribers, I think it would have been really easy for me to just up and quit and be done with that type of content on YouTube. But again, thanks to you all, I was given enough encouragement to continue with commentaries and even given a lot of advice on how to improve. So even with setbacks, breaks, and other absences, I just continuously gained more and more confidence as I kept making more and more commentaries. And throughout all this growth of my channel, this trend did continue, even until one day I actually took what felt like this tremendously huge leap forward, and I got a webcam. And in the first video with that, I did get tons of comments, once again, just showing support to once again boost my confidence level, and especially my confidence level on that upgrade being the right decision. Now this time the confidence was not with my voice and talking over gameplay, but it's actually appearing on camera like I am right in this video, and that was a huge step forward. Well, there were times, I admit, that I would get a little bit nervous when getting ready to record or whatever with the webcam. It actually wasn't that bad, just because of the support you all have shown to help me grow in this way. And perhaps the latest and biggest growth for me, or at least evidence of growth for me, was when I gave this interview. So your all support has helped me once again give me the confidence to actually reach out and interview somebody who works on Lotro. It worked out really well that the producer, Brenini, was new and communicates and interacts, I think, very well with the Lotro community and content creators like me. I also feel like a video like this, where I once again am a bit out of my elements, is a showcase of growth over the past few months since I did start appearing on screen. And basically with all this, the point is, once again, that I'm very thankful to every one of you all for the support, but even outside of how you all support me as a content creator, you all, as just regular viewers and especially channel members, have actually helped financially support me to continue to upgrade my setup and hardware. So this is the same setup and tools you see behind me. And because of you all, I have been able to upgrade my CPU recently. I have upgraded my microphone. I have gotten a webcam in the first place, even though, again, now I use actually a proper camera that I have just happened to have for a while. But I even have been able to upgrade my mouse and keyboard. Like, I don't think that's visible on the screen, but I'm still looking for a keyboard, but we'll save that for later. Even the third monitor, which is like barely visible because I'm using that to record this video. But all that can be attributed to viewers and channel members. So in the background of this discussion, I have shown some clips of some of the physical upgrades that have only been possible due to your all support. But outside of that, one more way I want to give back for your all support is I actually have some Lotro points giveaways. I don't actually have one for this particular video, unfortunately, but I have had like 1 or 2 before this video, and I will have a couple more coming up. The next one will be during whatever live stream is after basically the first one after this video is uploaded, so keep an eye out for that. Also, on the topic of support, I actually do want to thank Stanwusome Games for sending me these codes to give away, especially because right now, it's actually impossible to do that sort of thing with the current Lotro market and Lotro store. So it really feels like a special opportunity, I think, to thank you all, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to without them giving me that. And also on the topic of upcoming stuff, though, I want to share my plans for future content, and as I talked about with all the variety on my channel, I am continuing to branch out to a few different types of videos, or looking to do that. So I do want to stress that the main content on my channel will still remain the same, but I will be trying out some completely new things in the near future. Notably, I will be doing some work on my PC. So I'm actually hoping it works out that I can make a solid series of quite a few videos on basically a few different things with my PC setup. So first off, I was fortunate enough to get basically an MSRP priced new graphics card earlier this week that should actually arrive later this week now. But I'd like to make a video on that. And even this upgraded GPU will actually leave me with basically everything I need for a second PC, except for 2 things, a CPU cooler and a chassis. So if things work out, I would like to actually rebuild my current PC with a better CPU cooler and a new case. Then I also have a few things I could do with a second PC, so it's something that's practical. I would get actual use out of it. It wouldn't just sit in a corner and do nothing. And perhaps one of the important things for you all that would be evident in videos is it could save resources when I record it in a stream for performance improvements. But again, that is all for the future, and it depends on how things work out. But do let me know if that sounds interesting to you, because I would be quite excited to try it at least. And I also do have some other video ideas, and I'm less sure on them, but one that has come up quite a few times, especially in some recent streams, is cooking videos. This is basically at the point where I have the ideas for it, but let me know your thoughts if that one sounds interesting. But that actually does bring us to the end of this video, so while we went on a journey just like my channel has the past few years, the main point I wanted to get across was how much I appreciate your all support throughout all this. As my channel and video content moves forward, I hope you all can continue to enjoy the content and basically find use and value, actual value out of my content. As usual, if you have any thoughts on my content, video ideas, and just any sort of feedback, please don't hesitate to comment that or reach out to me otherwise. I am looking forward to what you all think. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this video and perhaps learned about me and my channel, and if you did, please consider liking and maybe helping the number of 7,777 continue to increase by subscribing for more if you do enjoy my content. You could also become a channel member to directly actually support the content and efforts on videos like this. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone.